What is this place where all of this information is?
It's in the ether.
Mm-hmm. What's in the ether for you today?
Information, healing, observance.
Mm-hmm. What is it that you're observing?
I'm being observed more than I'm observing.
Mm-hmm.
There are entities around me.
Do they identify themselves?
There's people from the angelic realm, entities from beyond. Friends and loved ones that have passed over. Jesus is in the mix. Scribes, we have gone over text together.
Mm-hmm.
Ancient beings from times past.
Do they understand the intention of this meeting today with them?
They are with me throughout. They're gathered around. They're gathered around.
Good.
They're ready for anything that comes my way.
All right. Let's talk about the health of the body.
They've been sending messages through numbers, the birds, animals, nature, to say that that things are going according to plan.
What is causing this lump in the throat? What is the lesson behind this?
Truth has been suppressed for a very long time, and it has recently come to the forefront. It's part of a process to feel that the truth has been withheld, but it's coming out anyway.
Whose truth is she withholding?
Her own truth.
Mm-hmm.
Trauma from the past. Processing trauma.
Okay. Is she doing that now?
Yes.
Okay. How much longer will she be dealing with this?
For the rest of her life.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get over it overnight. But she's on the path of redemption. She's on the path of forgiveness. So she has to look at every shadow. and process it. And she will be learning, she is learning techniques on how to process it.
Okay. What about the recent things that she's been told about her body?
It's all part of the miracle unfolding.
Mm-hmm.
She knows that.
Who's helping her with that from the other side?
Everyone.
Mm-hmm. How much longer?
Not long now.
Okay. Is there anything she could do?
Believe, just, there's not much to be in control of. Have faith.
Good. She's been seeing different entities around her. One in particular with the long neck. Would you step forward, please?
Saran, a friend of hers, on the Ananda ship.
Okay. How do they know each other on the Ananda ship? Do they work together?
Yes, and she's a friend.
Okay. Saran scared her.
Yeah. That was a test.
Okay. Would you like to clarify that a little bit more?
Saran picked the short straw. Someone had to appear to her and see her reaction. So they're going to give it another minute because it spooked her.
Okay.
But she has to get used to seeing the people from her ship in real time. In this time. In this dimension.
Okay. What's going to be happening that she needs to get used to them?
There's going to be a lot of communication. She's going to see them. People are going to see them.
Mm-hmm.
Others are contacting. There's a lot of contacting going on. This isn't the only instance. Other people will be seeing people that they've been on their ship, or they're part of the plan. It's about to.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about that plan.
Some people made arrangements before they were born that they would be connected with love and light from all realms. Sabrina is connected with multiple realms. So she's experiencing, as an avatar, what they are gathering information from her. But she was on missions before, 1,000 years ago. And it was decided that she would come back in human form this time and see that, have the real experience, not just a temporary one.
She's gone through a lot as a human. What is she meant to be doing now at this point?
Healing.
Healing.
So that she can prove that it can be done.
Okay. Is that her main mission in this life?
For the testimony. and the compassion and understanding that comes with multiple layers of the human experience.
Mm-hmm. Go deeper now and bring forth the Galactic Federation.
They're coming forth anyway.
Okay. How many are there?
There's 12.
Thank you.
There's always 12.
Why is that?
It's a number with big importance. The 12 apostles, 12 months of the year, increments of 12 hours. 1 and 2 is 3, the Trinity. 12. It's important, an important number. Sabrina's actually been seeing 1212.
Mm-hmm.
She's been seeing a lot of numbers. There are 2 entities that are beams of magnetic resonance. They will be helping her as she meditates. They're very strong, almost difficult to handle.
Mm-hmm. Are these beings from the Galactic Federation or are they spirits?
They're at the table.
Okay.
They've been there before. Hard to describe. They're there, though. She'll have to get small doses of their energy because it's so strong.
Mm-hmm.
They can recalibrate atoms. And this can go many ways.
Are they doing that now?
Yes.
Yes. Does she need water? That's a lot. Mm-hmm.
There's another being on the other end of the table. A light being. She's been seeing this being around her house. It comes forth as flashes of prismatic light. She's seen it before. She keeps getting up and moving around in rooms to see what could be causing it. And it's facilitating this energy. But this is the strongest dose she's felt. Man.
What can she do to accept this energy?
This will be happening more and more. This is just the first dose. This is a godlike energy. God works through this. Jesus used this. This is a concentration of prayer. A concentration of prayer. All the prayers that are going out for Sabrina are in a in energy form. That's a lot.
Like an energetic infusion?
That's a lot. Pulsing and chills and a lot. Oh, Lord.
Sometimes when she's not feeling well, she fasts.
Yes.
Is this a good thing for her when
Yes,
she's feeling
yes. She can continue to do that. She needs to start that again next week. She's working down to it.
Okay.
She can rest while she does it.
Mm-hmm.
She's in that space.
Good.
She needs to do minerals in her water, and breathing techniques.
The one she's been using?
Yes, and then others.
Okay. Besides this prismatic being,
It's two prismatic beings.
ah,
They're columns of a fluid light and love. They are carrying prayers. They're prayers in a tangible form, yet it's not tangible like we would know it.
so are these the spirits she felt that have been around her house? Or
No.
those are others?
These are messages from the future, things to come, things to come.
Mm-hmm.
Readings, sessions, there's flashes. This is from that light source of it's not all of God. It's just a taste. So God is here. Yahweh.
Would you expand on that, please?
Yahweh. There's a taste of God. Instead of a hug, there's just a touch. God will be in the future sessions. God will be with your future sessions, Alba. Christ is moving through us all. The light. It's like a match to a candle. This light representative of God is touching us so that we can shine brightly. This is what's happening all over Earth right now, all over our planet. Prayer is not negotiable. Prayer it will save us all. It will save us all.
Many may ask, why is prayer necessary?
It will save us all. More people are praying now. More are going to God. More are going to prayer. Prayer is a gift that we all have. Every human being on earth can pray. Prayer is not a rosary. Prayer is a concern for well-being, a concern for safety, an outcrying of peace and love and harmony. That is the prayer. A prayer to love thy neighbor as thyself. A prayer of concern and care and heightened kindness. A switch over from why are you doing that to God bless you, you must be having a bad day. That's happening. And that will keep stars hanging in the sky, asteroids from hitting us, total devastation.
If you were to listen to the news, there are many things to fear.
Fear is lack of faith.
Mm-hmm. What do you say about that?
Fear is lack of faith. Fear is a control mechanism. To fear is to sign up for the dark side. The evil factions that are in control will spoon feed you fear till it feels normal. High stress. People eat it for breakfast. They can make a choice for peace. Peace and prayer. Pray for peace. Peace in yourself, peace in your family, peace in your loved ones, peace on earth. Very important right now, as always, but more so now. It is something you can do from your heart center that no scientist can figure out. It goes like a flash of love to God's source. It touches multiple arenas through time and space as it goes to God's source. God's source gives it a kiss and it expands. It comes back to the person that is exuding it, blesses them, and then blesses whatever cause or person that they are sending it out for. Prayer is the most incredible power that each of us has. We've got to tap into it. Tapping into it. Two or more agreeing with each other as you say it. It can happen in a grocery line. It can happen in traffic. It can happen at work. It can happen at home. Prayer will save us all.
Thank you. Do you have a message from the Galactic Federation to humans in general?
There are many beings from many universes, many timelines, many dimensions, many planets. They're all converging. There are representatives of these beings sitting at this table. Mostly, they care about us. But because of human will, human free will, they will not interrupt. They can give messages. There's certain things that they will get involved in. There's certain things coming that the evil powers that be, the powerful, greedy, hungry, dark factions will try to spread fear so they can get more control because they know they're losing control. The closer you get to the light, the more the dark tries to pull you back. We're awakening, many of us. They will try. There will be a huge distraction and distraction. The Galactic Federation have been planning on their part to protect humanity from this distraction so the truth be told. There will be a lot of truth. There will be truth that shakes people to the core. People that were sure that their way was the right way. People say aliens are demons. Aliens take umbrage with that. Umbrage. We're aliens. There's a demonic side to everything. Where there's a yin, there's a yang. God is real. Books about him are questionable. Even people in other dimensions and other timelines and other planets look to God. There's just more to it than we've been told.
How do we discern?
They're all bowing their heads.
Mm.
I've got chills. They're all bowing their heads. It's
Why?
out of respect. Out of adoration of the glory. That's what they're saying, adoration of the glory.
The glory of God?
They know God better than we do. We know God as we've been told. They know God for real. So there will be some shaking up. Something's going to happen in the Vatican soon. There will be many answers coming our way. Many secrets will be revealed from the Vatican, the Smithsonian, the Pentagon. It's hard to hide it. They can't hide it anymore. Social media is opening up the book of secrets. They're scrambling for a game plan to keep it under control, so they will filter it heavily before they show us. But there's always a back door to the truth. So more truth will be coming out. Good wins over Alba. Good wins over evil. God wins. God wins.
What could be done regarding the AI? They're putting out things, AI, where people cannot distinguish reality from what is being created. What do they say about that?
Some people can distinguish it. Some people can't because they're too indoctrinated. That is their journey. Mm-hmm. It is up to them. It's their responsibility to figure out AI. Some people use it unwittingly. They will cause problems. Ignorance is our biggest problem.
Mm-hmm. The reason I ask, if there's going to be disclosure from these beings, from the Galactic Federation, how will people know what's real and what's not?
Discernment.
Mm-hmm.
That's where prayer comes in again. Discernment, discernment. Prayer for clarity, prayer for wisdom, prayer for discernment. We will think, who in their right mind would get a chip, a metal device, computer device, put in their brain in order to play a game?
Mm-hmm.
Those people have a hard reckoning coming. Other people will see that. Just like the situation with COVID. Some people have had serious physical issues due to the shots that were given. They will think twice before they do it or let others do it. They will try that again and it'll fail miserably. But the people that are the sheep to the slaughter must be that way. Without the sheep to the slaughter, that one can't be saved. 99 sheep may perish for one to be saved.
Thank you. Where does Jesus fall into all of this? Where do the archangels or the angels fall into all of this?
Everyone has angels. The warrior archangels are gathering, recruiting, and training their armies. Jesus is the Christ within. Jesus would be on more lips than ever. The Christ within is lighting up. There's a movie. There's a movie. There's a movie coming out next year which will be so thought-provoking, mind-blowing, that it will flip. There will be a paradigm shift in people's faith about Jesus. This movie is part of it. It's all part of it.
Mm-hmm. Can you say more about that?
It's about, it's Mel Gibson's movie. Mel Gibson's movie. Actually, it's two movies. And it's, the talk about Jesus will spread like wildfire. There will be Jesus on many, many lips. There will be theological discussions in churches about this. This energy, this tapping into Christ, it will cause miracles to happen across the earth. It will spread, like wildfire, And then another movie will come after it. It will be a phenomenon. Well, phenomena. It will be amazing. It will bring more people to Christ consciousness than anything ever has.
And what do you say to those who are listening, who are not Christian, who have different faiths?
God is short for good. You've been raised in another religion. If you've been raised in another religion, this is your choice. If you find the spark of the all-true, almighty I am God through your religion, but understand, there is only one God. God is not a man on a cloud. God is not a statue. God is an energy, a frequency, a channel to turn to. God goes through us and everything on the planet. God is the space in every atom. We are all filled with God. Jesus was personified from God. Jesus is an avatar. Jesus is more worthy of the title of Son of God than any other being that's ever lived, including Buddha, including Allah. Christ consciousness is different. It is in us. You can take that any way you want to. Read into it. Do homework on it. If you are happy with your God, it's still the same God. If you think Jesus was a prophet, nothing more, so be it. But there are some that would argue with that.
Does Jesus sit at the table with the Galactic Federation?
Jesus comes in and out. He stands in the corner and observes, and then he moves around it. There's some warrior angels over here.
What do they do, these warrior angels?
They fight for God. They're warriors. Michael's one of them. Michael steps in and saves the day. And Gabriel. And then there's Uriel. They're very big and strong. Uriel is gathering forces to protect nature. Michael you need help. You need some serious help. Michael's going to just step right in. Gabriel is paying very close attention and being part of saving children from trafficking. Gabriel's all over that. Where people are saving children and they're just protected by a bubble. That's Gabriel. They are the only archangels that are with us today. Mm-hmm. But they're full armor, the armor of God. They've got their shields, their swords, their breastplates, their helmets. Then there's a small female. She's very peaceful.
Is she an angel?
She's an energy like an angel, but she's not that high up in the echelons.
Would you ask her why she's there?
She's got an L name too, and Ariel. There's Uriel and Ariel. Ariel.
Is it Asriel?
She's Ariel. She's over nature spirits. And she's very peaceful, very pretty. You know, she's got flowers. She's very pretty. All about the beauty of nature. She's like Mother Nature or something. Mm-hmm. And then there's the angels. And then there's someone in a blue cloak with a hood. This is an ascended master. Ancient. Like a Middle Eastern ancient.
What role does he play in this?
There's things, mysteries, artifacts. He's one of the, it's like he's in charge of, there's certain people that are, it's like they're not really people because they're so old. And they're looking over artifacts. They're guarding artifacts. He's in charge of them. There's still artifacts in caves that have not been discovered. Very powerful.
Energetically, or?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very powerful artifacts. They cannot get in the wrong hands. He's overseeing. It's like he's the one protecting the people, protecting the artifacts. Mm-hmm. But they're living a very long time. They're like old and strong. Excuse me. Then there's There's some tall whites over here. They've been at the table before. They were there for us in LA. They were the ones that showed up in LA.
Mm-hmm.
They're very beautiful. They're very graceful.
What do they look like?
They're beautiful. They look like maybe Swedish or something.
Mm-hmm.
Long white hair, really white skin, blue eyes, just very tall. Like 9-10 feet tall.
19.
9 or 10.
Oh, 9 or 10
They're
feet.
very tall.
And why are they at the table today?
They're part of this team, but they're on a bunch of different. They're called in a lot.
What is their specialty?
They impart peace and wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
They keep it together. They're like mediators. If there's a situation, there's an underground situation going on, and tall whites are there, and they're like, okay, they keep everybody, because there's very high energy and stress in some of these situations.
You say underground. Are we talking about the underground Earth?
And Antarctica.
Okay.
There's a lot going on.
Would you dive into that and see what's there?
There's a lot going on under there. There's been recent orders to multiple agencies. Orders for organization with this area, and then orders for there's a word they keep telling me. It's past the training phase. They're preparing for a mission. There's a mission going on. There's a lot of them. But these are from different countries.
Is this military?
Yeah, there's a lot of military. Yeah, a lot of agencies involved from all over. And the tall whites are helping things be status quo kind of thing. They're like overseers and peacekeepers during all this. They're keeping everybody with their mindset on what they need to be doing and not just staying in control kind of thing. I mean, but it's not in a control way. They're very loving.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like ego or anything. They're actually protecting people from their own ego, if that makes sense.
And what they're doing in this place, is that something that will be disclosed in the future?
Oh yeah, it's coming.
Okay.
There's I want to say missions, but they're calling it something else.
Now, Sabrina would say need to know. Is this where
Need
we
to
are right
know,
now?
need to know, definitely. They're blocking it. I'm saying, is there a mission you're going on? Where are you going? What's happening? And they're like, every time I ask, I'm getting, Yeah, basically need to know. It's just, it's blocking. There's something going on over here. I want to see. That's because these guys are really organizing for something. I think it's a rescue mission of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, nope. I keep wanting to dive into it, and it's just not. But it's like, I keep wanting to say this certain word, and then it, yeah, need to know, definitely.
Okay. So we're not going to get any more information on that?
No,
Okay.
but they're ranking up for something. And it's not war.
Mm-hmm.
It's something else. I think that's a rescue mission, and that's good size, and that's other countries. That's somewhere else. That's, I keep wanting to say Russia. But you've got people from all over, all could be any enemies at any given moment, but they're all having to work together.
Is there anything else that the Galactic Federation would like to say before we move on to another topic?
No.
No. So just take a deep breath and let's release from that. And let's go into the different types of communication that Sabrina has been going into. Babies, animals. What does she need to know about that?
It's going to become easier and easier for people.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to see their pets easier. There'll be a lot more communication. All it takes is love. Love and patience. Sabrina is just being more, the more she gets around animals, the more she'll realize how far it's come with her. It's been mostly butters, but if she gets around horses, more people are, okay, during sessions, animals are coming through.
Right.
Animals are communicating in their own way and actually telepathically. So it was just limited to that. And then communication started getting clearer and clearer with her pet butters. Then it got clearer and clearer with other people's pets. And then she recently got around horses, and she could just read their mind. They were talking to her.
Mm-hmm. Will she be doing more of that?
Well, yeah, if there's an animal around, it'll be happening.
So what should she focus on as her specialty?
Whatever they need.
Mm.
There shouldn't be a specialty. If they need to talk to loved ones, fine. If they need to talk to their dog that just died, fine. If they need to talk to their baby, fine. Babies
Mm-hmm.
just all of a sudden started happening. But that's the golden children. The golden children are a miracle. They remember who they were. They're coming in, old souls. They're able to communicate from the uterus. Sabrina's picking up on that. They're just different. They're okay with their gifts. They remember their gifts.
Mm-hmm.
They're very intelligent. They need to be listened to. They will be different children, way advanced.
If you are a mother of one of these children, what advice do you give them?
To find other mothers with children that around that age group that have an uncanny ability to read the room, communicate. Physically, they're advanced. They hold their head up immediately. They start walking way sooner than they're supposed to, talking way sooner. Power in numbers with these babies. Mothers will compare notes because they'll need to understand that you don't dismiss these children. You don't say, oh, that's just weird or something. You say, what are you talking about? Okay, so they will learn from each other, the mothers will. And the children will interact with each other and advance even faster. And they will have lifelong relationships with the other children that are gathered around them as babies. They will connect to a point that they will have their own businesses, institutions. They will create new theories, new medicinal structures, new energy, possibilities. I mean, these kids are bringing in the future. They will not be slacking. They will not be sassy. They'll be very respectful. They're genuinely good kids, and they are picking out good quality families without a lot of drama, established, able to give them the love and nurturing that they need. So they will have those kinds of mothers that will gather together. Okay.
Very different from the ones who grew up with the violent families.
Right. There won't be any of that. They're picking nurturing, established families with grandparents involved, with education that you know they are going to be, you know, blessed with all the things that would create and, you know, inspire and nurture and uphold a quality person as a good start. They will all have good starts.
Good. Are there these golden children all around the world?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any particular part of the earth where there's more of them?
Switzerland came to mind. Greece. There are certain areas, Italy, they're not a big gathering at any one point in the U.S.
They're all over.
Hawaii.
Okay.
But that's because, I mean, they're growing up under certain conditions.
Almost like fertile soil to be dropped in?
Yes, where they'll get good food. America is just spread across. There's no gathering like a condensed area. But yeah, like Greece, Italy, Hawaii. Certain areas of South America. I won't know what to do with them in South America. Peru in particular. There will be more in Peru. Japan.
How will these golden children use technology?
They will master it. They will use it for our good, too. They won't try to make war with it.
Mm-hmm.
They will, and the way they'll gather together like magnets will keep them safe from any powers that be that would want to stifle them.
Good, thank you. Changing the subject, Sabrina was thinking of buying a spirit box. What do you tell her about that?
She was concerned about it becoming a crutch with her mediumship. Yet, this is personal. The spirits that are trying to speak to her and visit with her in her home can give her advice that she can't get through meditation and prayer. But she should not use them with clients, just for herself.
Just for herself, okay.
Just for her own betterment.
Okay, good.
She has to be very careful about protection. She should bless her house before and after using this device.
Okay, good. Anything else about spirits for her?
Not at this point.
Okay, good. She recently bought a globe. Is there anything that she needs to know about world events coming up?
There's many anomalies that will be happening. They are happening right now. Sun activity, planetary alignment, weather manipulation can be factors. The moon's power. There's a polar situation that is causing the El Nino, and that's the exclamation. I mean, that's the explanation so far. Where weather forecasters, physicists, and geologists, and all that genre will be fascinated, scratching their heads, saying this is unprecedented. It'll be global. It's global. There's a lot of upheaval. At the same point, it's not disastrous. Your car might be pummeled with a bunch of hail. It'll be not a lot of loss of life for all this. It's a wake-up call.
Okay. In the past, you had talked about snow, you had talked about rain, earthquakes. What do you see coming up in the next year or this year?
Mexico's going to get it on both sides. Southern California's got a lot going on. Oh, wow, I'm seeing more fires in Southern California. Storms big time.
Rain? Snow?
They call it cyclones or something else besides hurricanes, but it's a hurricane.
Wind?
Coming up soon, this season.
Okay.
It'll be from Southern California all the way down the west coast of Mexico. Mexico is going to get it from both sides. Do not go to Mexico anytime soon. There's going to be some earthquakes in South America. Here's South America. It's on this side. It kind of juts out a little bit. There's going to be something going on there. Underwater volcanoes. There'll be some of those.
Will any of them affect Florida?
No.
Okay.
Actually, Florida is blessed and protected right now. The Panhandle will get one hurricane. South Carolina will get two. But most of them will go up. They'll be bouncing around in a crazy way. If anything hits Florida, it's going to go across at the beginning stages and then form out in the Atlantic. It's not going to... Florida's the place to be right now. But they'll go up the Atlantic. There'll be stuff going up the Atlantic.
Any anomalies in Europe?
Italy's going to have some volcanic activity. Eastern Europe is going to see something too. Some
Okay.
like earthquakes or something. But nothing more than what they usually get. Things off the coast. Off the coast.
Which coast?
The west coast of Europe.
Okay.
Off the coast. Underwater plates shifting. I think a volcano, an underwater volcano. These underwater volcanoes. Huh. Our Earth is going through some changes. There's a lot of plates moving around, polars shifting. This will cause tidal wave type actions, earthquakes, volcanoes. There'll be a lot of water moving around on the Earth.
That being that you saw with the angels, does she care for these? Does she care for the Earth as far as the...
She cares for nature on the planet.
Okay.
She's...
Is she involved in all of this?
She's protecting as progress evolves. She's protecting wildlife and endangered species and moving them to other habitats at this point.
Okay.
She's been moving things around in this area, actually. That's why that big owl was in the yard. And
the reason I ask is I'm sure that all of these disruptions will affect the fish,
oh yeah,
the beings in the sea.
yes, and that will stop overfishing. All of it's for a reason. It's a reset. Where they're overfishing, the water will be too rough to fish.
Okay.
See, it's all,
It's a balance.
yeah, it's rebalancing, resetting.
Good.
There's still mudslides over on the western part of the country. Mudslides somewhere.
Northern?
Oh, no, southwest. Mudslides. But that's from weird snow. There's weird snow came in, and there'll be mudslides.
Okay. Is there any way for someone to prepare for all of these things that are coming this year?
Pray for protection.
Okay.
You can't run away from the hand of God.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that you need to know today?
No.
Good. I'd like to ask one more question as to who is the one assisting her at this moment with her health?
Well, Jesus has been by her side since day one.
Okay. I'd like to thank Jesus for that, for the progress that he's made with her.
Thank you. Amen.
Mm-hmm. Any final messages for anyone?
You are a lantern. You are a lighthouse. You are the light. Keep your light shining, no matter what. Don't let anybody dim your light. Don't let anything dim your light. If you're talking to someone and it's all negative, step away from it. Say, let's change the subject. If you see something on TV and there's a lot of it that's negative or violent or not lovely or kind or beautiful or joyful, turn the channel or turn it off. Any kind of friction in your home, get to the bottom of it and heal it immediately. We all got to shine our light. That light is going to save us all. And stay in prayer.
Thank you very much. 4, allowing my voice to bring you back completely. And 5, wide awake.
My lashes felt glued together.
That's
oh my goodness.
Only one tissue left.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was knocking something off
No,
over here.
I was.
What were you doing?
I knocked this off.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. Would you spill it?
Yep.
You okay?
Yes. How was that?
I just did that this morning. Just easy to knock over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm trying to remember all that.
Pretty wild, huh?
Oh, I was feeling really sick when that energy thing was happening.
Mm-hmm.
Lord have mercy, that was almost too much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, almost made me nauseous. Ooh, Alba.
Wow. So, it's nice to see you all again. And I hope you enjoyed this channeling. It really was.
I guess, yeah.
Did you feel deep enough?
Yes, I did.
Good. That was her request.
Yeah,
I want to go deep.
I want to go deep. Don't play around.
And we did. And
Oh my God.
yeah, I was dealing with the microphones not being charged enough, so I was standing over the microphones the whole time. There was a point where my camera almost ran out of battery.
Oh, wow.
So I had to plug it in, spilled some water, made a lot of noise there.
Oh,
so
good enough.
I apologize for that.
I was like, I feel something right here. What's there? And then I went back in.
But anyway, thank you all for watching. Much love to you. Bye-bye.
Bye.